Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Brooke Logan throws Hope under the bus. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say it will be a Thanksgiving to remember for Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and her mother Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Brooke has always been her daughter's biggest supporter, but she's not jumping on the Forrester Creations takeover bus. In fact, Brooke will derail the bus altogether. Here's what's happening next week on Bold and Beautiful, spoilers down below. Hope Logan and Carter Walton, Lawrence Street Victor, have officially gone rogue and are in the process of committing multiple fraud crimes to steal Forrester Creations out from underneath the Forrester family. Unbeknownst to Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, she started a dangerous war when she fired Hope Logan and shut down Hope for the future. So far, Carter and Hope have had a leg up in the battle because no one knows that they are sleeping together and plotting revenge during pillow talk. But B spoilers say that's all about to change. It's really a miracle that Hope and Carter managed to keep their romance a secret for this long. Brooke Logan kept her promise and hasn't told a soul. However, that will change when Brooke realizes that Hope and Carter are plotting to steal Forrester Creations and commit a myriad of crimes against her man Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate Brooke will save the day and Forrester Creations, but will throw her daughter under the bus and tell Ridge what she and Carter are up to. You have to admit that it's perfect timing for Brooke Logan to get to be Ridge's hero. Right now, she's running a losing race against Ridge's other ex-wife Taylor Hayes, Krista Allen. She's had a tough time competing with her broken heart syndrome. But saving Ridge's company and stopping Hope and Carter's attack will definitely help Brooke get a leg up against the competition. Do you think that Brooke is wrong to rat out her daughter, or is she doing the right thing? Does she have ulterior motives? Is she trying to score brownie points with Ridge? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Brooke Logan throws Hope under the bus. The halls of Forrester Creations buzzed with energy, but beneath the polished marble floors and meticulously crafted couture, a storm brewed. Brooke Logan, a matriarch of many scandals and triumphs, stood at the epicenter of yet another Logan family drama. It had been a week since Hope Logan Spencer's romantic entanglement with Thomas Forrester was revealed, sending shockwaves through the lives of everyone around her. What should have been a private misstep became public fodder, and now Brooke faced a crossroads. With her daughter's actions threatening to implode their family's fragile alliances, Brooke decided it was time to act. But her choice would come at a cost no one saw coming. A mother's dilemma. Brooke paced the living room of the Logan mansion, the tension in her posture betraying her otherwise pristine appearance. Ridge Forrester, her on-again, off-again soulmate, had been unusually quiet about the situation, but Brooke knew better. Ridge's silence was a ticking bomb, one that would explode the moment Thomas was dragged further into Hope's chaos. "I have to fix this," Brooke muttered, staring out at the sprawling backyard. The irony wasn't lost on her. She'd spent decades fighting to protect Hope from the likes of men like Thomas. Now, her daughter had willingly fallen into his web. Her phone buzzed on the coffee table. Picking it up, she saw it was Steffy Forrester. The text was brief but cutting. "We need to talk. Soon." Brooke rolled her eyes. Of course, Steffy would swoop in to claim moral superiority. The Forrester princess had always been quick to highlight Logan family flaws, but Brooke wouldn't give her the satisfaction. However, Brooke wasn't entirely blind to the fallout Hope's decisions were causing. Liam Spencer, devastated and betrayed, had found solace at Steffy's Malibu home, rekindling the flame everyone thought was extinguished. Brooke knew she couldn't afford to lose Ridge's respect, or her foothold in the Forrester dynasty. The boardroom showdown. At Forrester Creations, Brooke arrived late to an impromptu meeting called by Ridge. As she entered the sleek boardroom, all eyes turned to her. Ridge stood at the head of the table, arms crossed, exuding quiet authority. Steffy sat to his right, her expression a mixture of pity and irritation. On Ridge's left sat Eric Forrester, whose furrowed brow signaled his disappointment with the family's latest scandal. And then there was Thomas. He sat with a faint smirk playing on his lips, a man fully aware of the chaos he'd caused yet reveling in the fact that, for once, he wasn't the sole villain. Brooke's gaze hardened as it landed on him, but she quickly masked her emotions. We're here to address the recent situation, Ridge began, his tone clipped. This has gone far beyond personal issues. It's affecting the company's reputation. Brooke's stomach twisted. She knew where this was headed, but before Ridge could continue, Steffi jumped in. Hope's actions have jeopardized the integrity of Hope for the future, Steffi said, her voice steady but laced with accusation. Clients are questioning her judgment, and Thomas is innocent in this, Ridge interrupted, shooting a warning glance at Steffi. This isn't about placing blame. It's about finding a solution. But Brooke couldn't hold back. Innocent? Ridge, Thomas has been obsessed with Hope for years. Let's not pretend he's some victim in all of this. The room fell silent, the tension thick. Thomas's smirk faded as he leaned forward. I'm not obsessed, Brooke. Hope came to me. She made her choices. Brooke's jaw tightened. She needed to shift the narrative, fast. Throwing Hope under the bus backed into a corner, Brooke made a decision she would later regret. Hope's decisions were reckless, she said, her voice sharp. She allowed her feelings for Thomas to cloud her judgment, and now we're all paying the price. The room collectively inhaled, shocked that Brooke would so blatantly criticize her daughter. Even Steffi seemed momentarily taken aback. Hope for the future is her responsibility, Brooke continued, doubling down. And she's the one who jeopardized it by fraternizing with Thomas. If anyone needs to take accountability, it's her. Ridge stared at Brooke, his expression unreadable. You're blaming your own daughter? I'm being realistic, Brooke countered, though her voice wavered slightly. We can't save the line if we keep pretending this isn't her fault. Thomas leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, his smirk returning. Brooke's betrayal of Hope was the perfect shield he needed to escape scrutiny. Hope's reaction later that evening, Hope confronted Brooke at the Logan mansion. Her face was pale, her eyes red from tears and anger. How could you do that to me? Hope demanded, her voice shaking. You stood in that room and threw me to the wolves, Brooke tried to explain. Hope, this was about protecting the family. The company. No, Mom. It was about protecting yourself. Hope interrupted, her voice rising. You've always cared more about how things look than how they actually are. You'd rather make me the scapegoat than admit you're losing control. That's not true, Brooke protested, but the guilt in her eyes betrayed her. Hope took a step closer, her voice low but fierce. You've spent years warning me about Thomas, acting like you were protecting me. But the truth is, you've never really believed in me. Not as a woman, not as a leader. You only see me as an extension of you. Brooke's chest tightened. Hope, that's not fair. What's not fair, Hope cut in, tears streaming down her face, is having a mother who would rather destroy her own daughter than admit she's wrong. The fallout from Brooke's betrayal was swift. Hope distanced herself from her mother, retreating into her work, and, to everyone's surprise, further into Thomas's orbit. Whether out of rebellion or genuine affection, Hope seemed determined to prove that her connection with Thomas wasn't a mistake. Meanwhile, Brooke found herself increasingly isolated. Ridge, though still supportive, questioned her judgment. Steffi used the opportunity to strengthen her own position at Forrester Creations, and even Liam began to voice his disdain for Brooke's actions. But Brooke, ever the survivor, refused to back down. She told herself she'd done what was necessary, that she'd acted in the family's best interest. Yet, late at night, as she sat alone in her sprawling mansion, Brooke couldn't shake the nagging doubt that she'd crossed a line she could never uncross. The bold and the beautiful promises more twists and turns as the Logan and Forrester families grapple with the fallout of Brooke's decision. Has Brooke irreparably damaged her relationship with Hope? And will Hope's growing closeness with Thomas lead to redemption, or ruin? Stay tuned as the drama unfolds.